Here at the Institute for International Women's Rights, we are so excited to launch our 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence campaign. Over the next 16 days, you'll have opportunities to engage with calls around the world seeking to end gender-based violence. On our social media every day, we will have an educational tool or action that you can participate in and share around your social media. We invite you to orange your social media as we seek to orange the world to call attention to the issue of gender-based violence. And we'll be hosting virtual events that you can keep your eye out for. We asked our Advocacy Committee and members of our board why the 16 days is important to them. Have a listen to what they had to say.
16 days of activism are important to me because girls and women should not be afraid of walking home late at night. Boys and men should not be trapped in oppressive masculinities. Our gender identity, gender expression, or perceived gender should not determine how others treat us. We should all be treated with respect and dignity, and that's why I stand for 16 days of activism.
The 16 days of activism are important to me because each and every day, women, girls, and gender diverse folks in our community and across the globe continue to face violence at an alarming rate, an issue that has only become more prevalent throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. These 16 days are an opportunity for us all to unite and work together to eliminate gender-based violence. These 16 days matter because our actions matter, and together we can make a difference.
16 days of activism is important for me because everyone deserves to live a life that is free from discrimination, and it will take a huge effort from all of us to achieve that. We all have a part to play, and this is an excellent opportunity to help play it.
16 Days of Activism is important to me because the COVID-19 pandemic has exemplified how prolific gender-based violence continues to be. Not only have we seen an increase in reporting of gender-based violence, but this also puts additional stress on supports and services and shelters to provide for those who are suffering from gender-based violence. We need action to address these measures, and we also need further support for those who are additionally marginalized, including members of our 2S LGBTQ+ community.
The 16 days is important to me because to achieve true equality for all, we need to address issues of gender-based violence within our society.
The 16 days of activism are important to me because it draws attention for the prevention and the elimination of violence against women and girls throughout the world and here in Canada.
The 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence are important to me because as a member of the 2S LGBTQIA+ community, I want to make sure that all members of my community are safe, no matter their gender expression, gender identity, or sexual orientation. As a bisexual woman, I'm 4 times more likely to experience physical and sexual violence than my heterosexual counterparts, and that is a number I want to see changed. That is why I participate in the 16 days, and that is why it's important to me to end gender-based violence.
The 16 days of activism are important to me because I was a witness in Beijing, China, over 25 years ago to the countries of the world making promises at the Fourth World Conference on Women to claim women's rights are human rights and human rights are women's rights. Yet violence against women continues at alarming rates. COVID-19 has put into sharp relief how far behind are women and girls. To move forward, we must educate, advocate, share knowledge, and build alliances across our society. We must go from words to action. 16 days gives us an opportunity to do that.
The 16 Days of Activism are important to me because when we don't talk about violence against women, it normalizes violence against women. And when violence against women is normalized, it makes it harder for the people we know, the people in our lives who have these experiences, to come out and share them and to ask for help when they need it. And I think this year, maybe more so than any other year, because of the pandemic, because it has increased rates of violence against women all over the world, this campaign is more important than ever.
Imagine equity and justice in political leaderships, classrooms, and corporations. Imagine a world where women and girls have an equal say in decisions that affect their lives, their bodies, their policies, and their environment, from villages to cities. Let's make this a reality. Join us as we orange the world.
We invite you to join us as we orange social media.
We invite you to join us as we work to end gender-based violence.
We invite you to join us as we orange the world.
We invite you to join us in our 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. The campaign begins November 25th and runs every day through until December 10th. Join us by following along on social media at IIWR-MB.